Here's the Wednesday game, which is me versus Akima. Anima! Anime. So there we. I start by looking around, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to do it. And this was actually one where I tried to one gate expand up against Rush just tonight, but so I'm trying to figure out where to put my pylon, and it feels like a really wide area. It did work pretty well, oddly enough, and I think this nine probe. And then I boosted it to try to get the 9 and the 10 out faster, which I think that's what you're supposed to do. Either that or you're supposed to boost on 8 so that you can get 3 of them boosted out. But I don't think you have the energy on your Nexus to boost at 8, so I'm unsure about that. So now, once this pylon comes up, I can build the first gateway, and so this one I feel I actually got the gateway correctly. And apart from that, I pretty much screwed everything else up. We're trying this one from my camera view just to see if that makes any difference. I'm trying to get my tickly throat not to hit quite so bad. There I am. It is a Zerg week, sadly, but there I am having a search around, trying to see that I can find everything that I'm looking for. No spawning pool to be aware of. And I just need to get another probe down here, because there's the pylon that you need later. And then I go and sit on the third, I think. I wait here, and then this cheeky drone comes down and starts attacking my probe like a jerk. I don't like that all that much, but I boost out...
Base is under attack.
I boost out a zealot, the first zealot obviously, just to make sure... And then he's chasing all of my probes all over the place. He's chewing at my pylon. Can't see his third just yet, but he's blocking me with the drone. Luckily in boosting 2 zealots out at once. So he wanders up there and then wanders back down. And oh, how did he do that? I think he did a mineral walk. And that's when he drops down the hatchery, which I think he eventually cancels, but with 2 zealots on him, I make a third one, and I did drop down a forge and another pylon, because with that hatchery, I can't do my Nexus, so I have to do something else. And so I'm a bit late there, yeah, so he did delay my expansion, which sucks, but I also managed to get in at his. Now, the real thing, the issue with this one was that he noticed that I was kind of doing a bit of a rush build. I didn't make... I could have just dropped down like 2 more gates and the cyber core, started collecting some gas, but I was set on this whole 2-base thing, and I was sending out my zealots to see what they could do. Still so late on this 2 gas. Harvesters are the same. We're at 18 each, which is alright. I have nowhere near enough money for my Nexus just yet, but I'm still trying to expand and make that. I'm going to take a quick sip while I'm doing nothing while my Zealots are crossing. So the Zealots managed to clean this up. There's only a drone and 2 Zerglings, so that's no big deal. But once we get up here, this is when we realize what my opponent has in store for me is building spine crawlers. And then I decide to attack the spine crawler. I should have probably retreated from this and just moved back and leaving 3 zealots by that pylon to defend the pylon. I came out here, I got 1. I got a spine crawler. Then eventually I moved back, lost the pylon, which also sucked. So what I should have done is moved 3 zealots to sit back at this pylon, and I probably could have defended against those queens. Maybe. Oh yeah, and then that's really late. So yeah, this was just very, very, very late, because as you can see, my opponent's average EPM is much higher than mine. So I try to kind of come from behind, and I didn't even... Yeah, so while I was doing that with the Zealots, I should have been building at home. I should have been expanding. I should have been getting at least a cyber core, some more pylons, just some anything, but it just was not working, which is quite a shame. I did manage to save my 2 zealots. 2 of my 3 zealots lived. See? Hurrah. However, I lost 2 units. Oh, 1 word. Okay. So I lost a probe. A forward-going probe. But I do have... I mean, I don't even have all that decent of an income right now because I do have a little bit more in the way of income. What was I looking at? Units lost? No. I wanted, Army? APM? APM, there it is. Wait, what was EPM? Should see? Aha! I don't need no APM span. I haven't looked at replays in such a long time, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, my supply is slightly ahead. I haven't taken a look to see what was going on in my opponent's base. I don't think I even made... Am I making a sentry right now? I hope I am. Just to get a sentry out. There's the sentry, because I don't have enough for hallucinate just yet. I have enough for like 1 force field. Extra zealot. Warp gate is maybe 2/3 done, but I did decide to get just 1 upgrade on my forge, and at this point now I start grabbing just a couple of other things. I get the Robo Bay and I get an observer just so I can have a little bit more vision, even though I should be able to have... Oh, and there comes an army right there. Not enough to get through. Alright, except these were the Banelings. I do something I'm kind of impressed with. So this was the Baneling attack that my previous opponent was trying to do, but all he really came in with was Speedlings. I see this Baneling moving all by itself, so I think, oh look, I've got 1 probe right in the way! He wastes 1 Baneling on 1 probe. And the Baneling dies, and the probe doesn't, well, the probe dies, nah. This is pretty much game over, where I'm just laughing and saying, oh my god, there's nothing I can do, I'm just totally screwed. I could try to wall off the top. I do have the Mothership Core, which is at least doing a little bit, but sadly, without having a photon overcharge, that thing is useless. So they get in there, and then, yeah, all I can do is kind of go in against that. I think that I still have kind of a little tiny bit of a chance at this point, but then more Zerglings just come flying in, and I'm toast. So I GG out of that one. Oh, I'm losing my voice. So that was me versus Anima for the Wednesday game.